Hello, 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 my beautiful, beautiful men. Oh my gosh, how are people already on? That's so cool. I didn't even announce it. That's really, really cool that people are already here. If you are here, let me know where you're coming from. Where are you watching from? I am in Bali, Indonesia. So if you guys can just let me know where you're from. Oh, thank you already for the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. You're just amazing. That's why I love supporting you guys. I'm trying to get my aircon out of the view. People call it aircons here. In America, we say the air conditioner, but here everyone calls them aircons. Go figure. So yeah, thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Keep them coming. We've got northern, Virginia, 5 minutes from Washington, D.C. Wonderful. Hi, Friar. How are you? It's so wonderful having you guys here. I really, I've been sharing with you guys, I really love doing these live videos because I get to connect with you guys. I get to see you in the chat area, and it just makes it feel more interactive as opposed to just shooting a video, talking to you, and then waiting to see what you say in the comment section. This at least is a bit more engaging, and I really, 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 really like doing these live videos. So it's a beautiful opportunity to get to connect and know you guys. Hello, Kenneth. India. Wow. Philippines. Wow. So cool. So cool. Northern Carolina. Oh my gosh. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Today it's just about keeping it real. If you are needing to be loved on outrageously, if you really need to be loved on outrageously, then you have come to the perfect spot. What up, Central Jersey, Chicago? Got my Americans in the house. Yeah, this is just me wanting to pour my heart out on you guys and love you guys because I know shit is getting real out there. It's been real. It continues to be real. California, Bainbridge Island, Washington. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm also going to keep it real in terms of being transparent with you guys about my own life and what's going on. Maybe some of you guys can relate, and let's just see if how we can support each other and be there for one another, because that's what this is all about. This is why I have this channel, is so that we have relationship and get to know each other. New York City, thank you for your great content, Arica. When we need a boost, you are sent from God. Thanks. Oh, that just hit my heart. Oh, wow. It's like a bow and arrow to my heart. Wow. Thank you so much for that, baby doll. Oh, it means the world to me. It means so much. Kazakhstan. Wow. New Jersey. Florida. Wow. So cool, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know about you guys, but let's just jump into this. If you are feeling like, man, I'm just ready to give up, Arica. I'm ready to give up on women. I'm ready to give up on life. Shit is just too heavy. It's too hard right now, Arica. I am just feeling see there. It's so hard not to cuss. I love cussing. It's my favorite thing. You're just feeling like you want to freaking give up right now. It's totally understandable. It's totally understandable. So some of you is yeah, someone just said, I'm in the friend zone. It's a nightmare. Yes. I want to speak to you guys. Those of you who are going through just shit and you're like, Arica, I am ready to give up. I am done. I'm ready to just call it in. Someone tuck me into bed, just put on Netflix, put a big ass blanket. I cannot not cuss. Put a big ass blanket over my face and someone just send in bonbons and cinnamon buns, and that's it. William says, I've had a great spirit breakthrough today. However, I've been down a little today. It's totally normal. Yeah. Alan's help. Dave says, YouTube, please ignore her cussing. We love her passion. Exactly. But apparently there are children here, so we have to be mindful of them and all those things. So here's the thing, guys. Yeah, shit is getting really real right now. It's intense. There's breakdowns in relationships. People like can't pay their bills. There's breakdowns and finances. Like in America, things are things are very ramped up politically right now. Australia, I know, like, they're very confined right now. And then they're saying, oh, there's going to be this outbreak, or there's going to be this second wave and that wave and all that. And so with all that going on, it creates a lot of confusion. It creates uncertainty. It creates disappointment. It makes you feel like, where am I? What am I even doing here? Why am I here? Like, why am I even here? And so here's the thing. Wow, Melbourne, stage 4 lockdown. I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ, that's intense. So, for me, I love relationships. I love relationships. This is why I'm here. I not only love like having intimate relationships, but also my my personal friendships and all that. And I have just been getting my ass kicked last week. Yes, I want to keep it real with you, because I feel like so many times like coaches try to be like, I always have it together and I'm just here to talk to you. That's bullshit. Like, no, come on, we're human. Like, I still poop and pee just like you. Come on, let's keep it real. Yeah, it was a nasty week. Nasty week, you guys. It was freaking challenging last week. I had a lot of breakdowns in my relationships. And if you can just think of like Superman and his like kryptonite, like that's my kryptonite. Like, I want my relationships to do well. So, and when they have discord, it really does a number on my heart. It really takes me out. I'm like, oh, 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 oh. And that's the beauty of relationships, is sometimes they're great and sometimes you're like, you guys are all assholes and I'm done with all you guys. I'm sure you feel like that about women. You're like, you're so beautiful, you're so sexy, you're so great, but you are a pain in the ass and you're driving me crazy right now. How many of you feel like that about women? I'm like, sure, a lot of you, which is why you come here, right? And so, yeah, I had the same thing. Human vulnerability is where we are making our strongest connections. Yes. Hallelujah, William. Absolutely. Like, being vulnerable with each other. Like, I can't guide you if I'm not being vulnerable with you. And I don't expect you to receive from me if I'm not being vulnerable back, guys. Let's just keep it real. So yeah, I had some really big breakdowns this week in my relationships. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be the relationship expert. I'm not supposed to have this. But it happens. It happens to the best of us, And so, yeah, like people that I've really poured into and tried to be there for, and just something switched. And, I'm fiery, guys. So if something switches, like the fire comes out, like dragon lady comes out, like freaking Daenerys from like Game of Thrones, like on my dragon, but my fire is like my voice. And I was like, not today, Satan, not today. And really got into some heated conflicts with people. And just, yeah, it was really rough. I wish I should have almost done the video then, because if you'd seen my face then, you would have been like, whoa, that shit's real. But it really did a number on me. It really hurt my heart. It really hurts my heart when my relationships don't do well. And I understand you guys when you comment or you reach out to me, or my clients who are just like, I feel confused with this woman, or I did this and now she's not coming back, or I've been trying to pursue this woman and she doesn't pay attention to me. It really unsettles you. Like, I know as men, like anybody, men, women, like vagina, penis, it doesn't matter, right? Like when you have to show up at work or you have to show up in the world, it keeps you down. Like it, because why? Because relationship is what we're made for. It's like in our hearts, it's what we're designed for. And when those go awry, when they go in the opposite direction, that's not in love, it should feel unsettling. It 100% should feel unsettling. If your relationships are not going well and it doesn't bother you, I'm going to say you're disconnected from your heart, and I'm really sorry, but you're not living from your heart. And so listen, guys, I share that with you to say, like, I get it. I get it. And for me, I'm like, well, then the thoughts come. Here comes shame. Here come the thoughts of like, well, if I can't make it work with this woman, for me, if I'm the dating and relationship expert and I can't make it with my friendships right now, not all my friendships, but it got me good. And so you just kind of like summarize everything. You put everything in that pile of failure. It's like, oh, it's all just shit. Everything's a shit. And that's just not the case. But it feels that way. It 100% feels that way. And that's why we have to be honest with what we feel. And just like, this is why I talk about being an emotional warrior, because emotional warrior shows up in those situations and goes, ow, this shit hurts. Whereas like a non-courageous person will be like, it's okay. And then they deflect. And it's like, that doesn't penetrate me. That doesn't hurt me. Yeah. You're scared out of your mind and you just don't want anything to penetrate your heart, which is not living. So yeah, of course, when things don't go right with women, you kind of can feel like a failure in every aspect of your life. On top of that, you have people who are, being quarantined and locked in their homes. So it's like we have division in relationships and you can't like connect with people. It's like having your hands tied. It's like being like arrested emotionally and physically, being stuck in your house, which don't get me started on that. Never mind. I'm just going to hold my opinions and throw them over there. So what do we do? What do we do? I'm going to tell you what I personally did. When things were going awry, you got to have that core group of people. This is what I'm also talking about, emotional warriors, because emotional warriors are really smart and they know that they are not meant to do this journey alone. So guess what? Guess who I ran to? My inner circle. And I said, I would say I got to check myself before I wreck myself. And so I went to my inner circle and I said, look, this is what happened. This is what they did. This is how I responded. This is how I feel. And then I went to my inner circle to really encourage me and to love on me and be like, Arica, this is who you are. Like, remember who you are, because it's so easy that when life kicks you in the face, that our identity gets mixed in it and we start questioning who we are as people, as opposed to disassociating and saying, this is what's happening in the world, but I am still this person. And so some of you guys, I just want to remind you, like, this is a time to come back to who you are. And, my best friend, I'm so proud of her. She just did the most amazing thing. She was having a challenging time. And I hope she doesn't mind I'm sharing this. But she took a list and wrote down all the things that she felt like, and then all the things she knew about herself, but maybe was not feeling. And I really encourage you guys to do the same thing. If you're feeling kicked in the balls right now by women, by life, by being quarantined, by finances, like all these things, guys, I want you to make a list. I want you to take from my best friend what she did for herself, which is write down all the things that you were feeling about yourself, the shit things, on one side. And then on the other side, I want you to write all the things that you know about yourself. I'm giving, I'm compassionate, I'm strong, I'm tenacious, I don't back down. Because we have to remember who we are in these times. That's a lot of the times, guys, when we have conflict in our life, when we have women who are walking out on us and won't give us a time of day, or when you have friendships that just kind of blow up and you realize maybe you guys are just going different paths. What we have to do in those moments is remember who we are. It's my favorite moment. And The Lion King, I love The Lion King. It's like my favorite cartoon movie. And Simba's like, Dad, where are you? Where are you, Dad? And Mufasa, in that voice, Simba, you are the rightful heir. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. And I'm saying, baby dolls, in this time where the world is gone all array and it's all over the place, that this is a time more than ever for you to remember who you are. This is a time to be intentional about reminding yourself who you are, because inside of you is greatness. Inside of you is love. Inside of you is hope. Inside of you is victory. That is who you are. That is your God-given right. That is your identity. You were birthed in love. You are the essence. You are the being of love. And I remind you, my baby, to be diligent, to be hardcore, hard pressed, to discover and remind yourself who you are. Because, baby, there is not another person on this damn planet who is like you. You can never be replaced. It's so important that you know who you are. This is why I do my work, is to remind you guys, the focus is not just on the woman. The focus is also on you. Who are you as a man? And let me tell you something, baby. When you take the time to invest and understand, who am I really? What am I really about? And you get intentional about that. Just like my best friend, she made that list. And it was something I did for myself years ago. I went through a terrible breakup. Like, thought I was in a Disney fairy tale. And then all of a sudden the person was like, don't like you, not attracted to you, dum, 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 dum. And it destroyed me. And I remember going back to California and just feeling like nothing. And I was like, one, I hired some coaches. I'll keep it real. I didn't do it all on my own. We all need somebody. So make sure that you talk to me. And so I went to these coaches and they started like loving and putting me back together. But I was like, you know what? As much as my coaches are loving on me and I'm like trying to do the work, like this anger inside of me was like, I'm not going out like that. I am not going out like that. I'm going to remind myself who I am. And I went to some of my closest friends and I said, you put on pen and paper why you love me and what you see about me, because I need to know this and I need to be reminded of this every damn day of my life, because I am not going out like that. I will not go through my life feeling broken and unloved. That is not the woman I am. I am strong. I am fierce, but I need to be reminded of who I am. And some of you guys need to be reminded of who you are. I don't care if you have to call your damn mom. I don't care if you have to call your best friend from kindergarten. I don't care who you have to call, but you, my dear, have got to get intentional and become responsible for yourself and for your identity, and to reach out to the people in your life and say, please remind me who I am, because right now I feel like I am about to give up. Please slap me upside my head and remind me of my greatness. See, you are not meant to do this life alone, baby doll. If you've gotten anything from my messages here on YouTube, is we are not meant to do this life alone. Absolutely 100% not. So when my relationships just fell apart last week, who did I go to? I went to my core tribe. I went to my inner circle and I was like crying. I'm like, here I am. This is what's going on. I freaking need you right now. And so some of you guys have got to start reaching out to the people that you love and going, hey, remind me of who I am. Remind me why you love me. Remind me about like what good you see in me. Remind me of the things that you like that I do. Remind me of these things. Because I'm forgetting right now. I've gone through a cloud. I'm in a dark cloud. I'm in a fog right now. And I can't freaking see myself. So please, while I am walking through this fog in my life, please take the time and remind me of who I am. Remind me of who I am. This is a challenge to you guys to not do life alone. This is why I do the work that I do. You know why? Because I know what it feels like to live a life of loneliness and rejection. I've shared with you guys some of my story before. I will continue to share my story. But I know what it's like to go through life scared and feeling lonely on the inside and feeling rejected and always like looking over your shoulder going, who's going to approve and who's going to disapprove of me? And why it's so imperative, why it's monumental that we have one another, that we have relationship. But in order to do that, you're going to have to find the courage to reach outside of yourself. And I love you guys for showing up here every week with me, coming in the comment section and showing up. Because I know that that's you taking a stand for yourself. I know that that's you saying, I'm confused, Arica. I'm lost. You're a woman. You have a vagina. You know what you girls want. Freaking tell me. Tell me what you want. And I'm happy to do that. And I love your courage to show up here every week. But my heart for you is that you not solely be dependent upon finding that love and finding yourself just through a woman, but that first you would love yourself enough to give yourself that opportunity. This morning, I had a love fest on myself. I had my best friend. Let me just give you context of this. Yesterday, I called my best friend and I just said, this situation happened. And I was crying. I was just crying. And I was sitting in my little gazebo over there, just sobbing, crying. And I said, this really hurt my heart. I feel like so unsteady. I even like fell down, and I never fall down, like physically fell down, like whoop, tripped, like try to hop over something, just boom. And I just was like, oh my God, I just wanted to cry. And so I called my best friend and I said, I'm just feeling like really unstable right now. And it's not fun. And my best friend, let me tell you, this is why you want to develop your inner circle and really, really, really invest in relationships. Because my best friend, she said to me, I'm sitting there with no makeup. I just finished my beach walk. I was like sweaty, still look good though. I'm not going to lie, I still look good though. And so I'm sweating. And my best friend just took time and she said, I love how beautiful brown your eyes are. I love how beautiful and voluptuous your lips are. I love your caramel skin that someone would just die for. I love your beautiful white teeth. I love your little baby hairs that are popping out. I love how your eyebrows are perfectly manicured. And she went through everything to remind me of my beauty. And as she gave me that gift, guess what I was able to do for myself? This morning, after my beach walk and my little workout, I'm not gonna lie, I did put on a little bit of weight. We working on that though, okay. So I did my yoga, and as I was doing my yoga, instead of looking at the little bit of weight that I have on my body, that I've had on for quite some time now, I looked in the mirror and I just went, oh my God, baby girl, you are so beautiful. I'm like, I can't even take it. You're so beautiful, baby girl. You're so beautiful. And I just began to love on myself. I began to tell myself, oh, how cute I am and how beautiful I am. And I know for you guys, it's not going to sound that way, but you could say like, damn, man, those abs are looking good. Whoa, those eyes, man. Those eyes will make a woman fall to her knees. You have to say to yourself what resonates with you. But it's coming back to yourself, my baby. And sometimes we need help, just like I needed my best friend, who I thought I was just reaching out to her for something funny, but my heart was actually calling out to her going, help, I need a lifeline, help, I need a lifeline, help, I need a lifeline. And she just intuitively, because we've been doing our friendship for 15 or 16 years, knew how to speak to my heart because we've cultivated that relationship. We've cultivated that intimacy. I've actually done an interview with her on here. And she was able to speak to my heart to restore me back to my beauty. So I always say a woman, like what hurts a woman, let's just put it like this. If a couple goes through divorce and let's say they divorce, let's say the man cheats, a woman's first question is about her beauty. I wasn't beautiful enough. I wasn't beautiful enough. He found this other woman. A woman it's her beauty. That's like, where we got hurt. And that's what my best friend did, was she restored me back to my beauty. But for a man, if he goes through a divorce, what does he say? I'm a failure. I couldn't make my relationship work. And what that says is I didn't have what it took. I'm a failure. And that's why I always say at the end of my videos, which I did not make this up, this comes from my favorite author, John Eldridge, who says that a man's core need is to have answer. Do I have what it takes? And so I'm saying to you guys that you have what it takes, but that you're not meant to do this alone, babe. You're not meant to do this alone. So reach out to those friends and ask them, remind me who I am. Remind me who I am. And you take the time and be intentional, like my best friend, and like I did back in the past when I went through a really hard ass time. Write that list. Write that list and look at that list every day. Like I have a dream on my Google Photos. I have like, okay, I've accomplished all of my dreams. This year I realized at 40 years old, I had accomplished all my dreams. And so I felt in my spirit that it was time to dream new dreams. So what I did was I took pictures and I put it in Google Photos, and now I'm dreaming new dreams. And I look at that every single day. And when I feel beat up, I look at that and I go, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. And some of you need to get a clue about who you are and remind yourself of where you are as a person, that you're stronger than you think, that you have love inside of you, that you're supported, that you have tenacity, that you have focus, that you have diligence. But baby doll, I'm here to remind you that you guys, in this moment, you're loved. You're so loved. And I want you just to take a deep breath in with me. I love doing this with you guys. Let's do it together. Let's take a deep breath in and count to 4. Ready? And I want you guys to do that. I did that this morning. I brought on a breath work teacher, and I'm going to bring on another one on here. But I don't know if you guys remember watching the one about breath work. And I talked about like how he said that you breathe in to 4, and then you hold it at the top, hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you let it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you hold it at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys, I laid in my bed for 30 minutes this morning, and I tell you what, it grounded me like nobody's business. And so some of you guys, to come back to yourselves and remind yourself of who you are, it's sometimes as simple as breathing. I know it sounds silly, but it's as simple as breathing. And so if you can do that box breathing, what I just did of breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, 3, 4, out 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold at the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you do that, you guys, it really grounds you, brings you back to yourself. It really brings it back to yourself. And even listening to like meditative music, oh my God, on YouTube, I play music all night with like better frequencies and things like that. And all of those things just to bring me back to myself. And I would encourage you, do this box breathing. If you can do it for 30 minutes, yes. See, 9's all around. He knows what I'm talking about. He just said 432 hertz. Yeah, these are the meditations, 528 hertz. Yes, these are the frequencies. We're made of vibration, you guys. We're made of energy. And when our energy's off, we just need some help. And I use music a lot to help me to come back. So guys, just, man, know that you're loved, babe. If there's anything you got from this message, baby doll, when you're scared, you're so loved. When you don't know what to do, baby doll, you're so valuable. And I just want to tell you in this very moment that your heart matters, that the things that you're going through, that they matter, your concerns, they matter, that you're not alone, that the universe, God, Jesus, whoever you believe in, loves you so much that they touched my heart. I was going to do a total different video, and something dropped in my heart and said, no, dropped in my spirit. No. These guys need to be loved on today. Some of these guys are getting the shit beat out of them. And some of you may watch this later, and that message still applies to you. Know this, that you are so loved, baby. We got this. We got you. As a community, as a family, as a village, we got you. You are loved. You are not alone. And that you have what it takes. So make your damn list. Call your friends and family. Do some box breathing. And listen to those frequency meditations that play music. I've got it playing in the background right now. Anytime I do these lives, it keeps my heart grounded. It keeps it centered so that I can make sure I'm being consistent and speaking to you guys from the heart. And so I listen to this music to keep my heart up there. I love you. If you do want to do coaching with me, I always like to mention this because some people are like, no, Arica, like, this is great, and I just really need some more. And I totally get that, babe. So let me just put it right here in the chat. And then we'll be sure to put this in the comment section as well. If you want to apply for some coaching, please reach out. I'm here. I'm working on some behind the scenes stuff. I don't even know if I should share it now. But yeah, I've been working on this for about 3 or 4 months now, if I'm honest. And I just put something together that I really hope will bring a revolution to our hearts and also a deep transformational experience for people to go through. And yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it, but because it's not ready, and it's like I'm getting you all excited, and you're like, I'm all excited, Arica, and now it's not even available, so I'll back off. But it really is about this whole thing that I keep talking about, being an emotional warrior, because that's really what it's going to take. If you have a life that you really want, if you really give yourself a chance, the things, your hopes, your dreams, your desires are all on the other side of you being an emotional warrior. You know, someone just said right here, Scott, thank you for sharing this. Uh, Abuse as a child. Scott, I went through child abuse too. I know exactly what it's like. When you get abused as a child, ooh, it makes your self-worth just go to shit. And you have to fight your ass off to build yourself back up. What someone took from you, you have to fight to give back to yourself. I completely understand where you come from, my love. And I just want to remind you, Scott and Dave, that there's hope, that I came from abuse and physical, verbal, and that there's hope, and that you can, oh, wow, I'm feeling this so deep in my heart right now. I was about to end it. That if you've been abused, like, oh, it takes a toll to build yourself back up, but you can. I'm living proof that one day you can get so rooted and loved in yourself that you can show up on a webcam and speak to people all across the world and pour love on them because you loved on yourself. You found a way to fight for yourself and to love yourself. And I'm talking about myself. I was able to fight for myself and fight that I could love myself. And I've been able to surround myself with so many loving people. And I've learned to love myself really well so that I can share it with you guys. So if I can do it, baby doll, you got this. You got this, baby. You got this. I love you guys. I'm going to wrap this up because I know it's almost 32 minutes. But, you know, you guys, I see you in the chat section, and then you guys post things, and it wrecks my heart when I hear you guys going through like friend zone or abuse or women not getting back to you or, yeah, I get it. Knight Rider, forgive and forget, guys. Oh, yeah, that is not easy to do when you've been abused, my man. That is not easy to do because your body has memory of that. Your mind is one thing, but your body physically remembers that, and it has to be healed. It has to be healed. I love you guys so much. Oh my God, do you feel my love for you? Oh, I have so much love in my heart for you guys. I wish I could squeeze you all, kiss your heads, love on you, wrap my arms around you and say, baby, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You're okay, baby. You're okay. You're loved. You're loved. Thank you so much. Especially you guys who've been here for 33 minutes now. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you. I love you. I love you. You guys are amazing. You're champions. You have what it takes. You have it. And in this moment, you are loved. You're so loved. Oh, someone says they're in tears right now. Oh, good, baby. That means you're feeling it. I'm so glad you're feeling my love. Oh, I love you guys. All right, guys. You take care. Bye, guys.